Okay, so I've been thinking after I did attendance, I just did the solution for the meteorites. And I was thinking about this process of getting feedback. And I think this cycle of submitting and then getting feedback and being able to change or update code based on feedback is a good one. But what happens is, and this is where it gets a little like, I want to clarify, at least today, this week, how I think it could work best is, of course, if you can submit this early, right? Submit the first one early, right? Then you wouldn't submit the next one until you got the feedback and could fix that one. And then let's say you wanted to go look at the next one, you can look at it but not submit it yet. Okay, so if you were to submit this one, remember the cycle, right? I grade each morning, hopefully before noon. I try to grade earlier. It's based on the volume I have that day. But once I grade, then you can resubmit this part. And then you could open this up, right? Not submit it yet. But actually, and then I was thinking, well, what if you wanted to get feedback on part 4? But by submitting it, you're actually saying to me, I'm not going to update it anymore. That's really what this is. Once you submit part 4, because the solution shows up, you wouldn't be submitting part 4 until you're like, okay, even if I got something wrong, I know my opportunity to fix it's not there. So how would a student who was working ahead get feedback for this next one? Well, here's what I'm thinking. There's really, I think, in this process is one, again, I'm kind of thinking about as I'm doing it. But once, let's say you submit problem set, your part 3, you get feedback, you change, you update it, you submit your URL again. Then you just look at 4, you do your code for 4, but you want feedback, but you don't want to submit it because once you submit it, this shows up, you no longer can resubmit this one. Okay? Then go back to 3 and say, hey, I'm resubmitting this just to tell you I want you to review for part 4. And then what I would do is go to part 4, give you that feedback on part 4. You'll be able to see it in your grade, make the changes, and redo it. So I kind of thought through this today because when I was writing the attendance, I realized I hadn't really talked about it this week. But this is, pre me doing this video, because as I thought about it, I thought I want to give you a mechanism to get that feedback and update your anything that would have happened that I saw that you could fix in that step. Okay, I hope this clarifies it. This will be on your first step here, this video. And then after I did record the video, I found an additional step. So what happens here, and I think I put it on attendance already. By the way, if you don't know this, these markdown files are actually just in GitHub. If you go to the files repo that everybody has access to, they are here, right? So if you wanted, like, this is week 13, so you could just go to the files folder, right? And then you could go to the week, so week 13, and then you would see, oh, actually, I need to get rid of some of those other files, but you could see the links. Oh, I'm glad I looked at this so I know that I got it. So here's the last ones I did. So here's part 3 and 4. So that would be the other ways, to see the instructions without actually having to. Because when you click on it, so let's just say that, right? So when you click on it before you've submitted it, you can still see the instructions, but I just wanted you to know the other way you can go look at those as well. But the bottom line is, once you submit 4, because this opens up, you can't resubmit this one. So either go back to 3 and do it, resubmit it, and then I will give you that feedback. I hope that helps. Talk to you later.